So Gaza brought people together. Gaza exposed us all. Gaza revealed the stark realities of life. Gaza showed the world the profound meaning of faith and resistance. And it woken us all to our broken politics. I became known as a 15-year-old Little Miss ISIS girl, and that went viral on the news. My basic message was, Palestinians, my people, are human beings, and their plight is a stain on humanity.
From winning the Speak Out Challenge as 16 years old girl and now running the parliament in the UK, an active Palestinian from London, Palestinian by origin, is with us today, Leanne Mohamad. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here today.
It's my pleasure.
It's not the first time me and you we met.
No.
We met before like 10 years ago, around 10 years ago, and you are talking about Palestine. So it's nothing new that you're active about the cause. You started very young. It was many headlines about you, but not everyone know. A lot of people know the old Leanne that was 16 years old, that was like on worldwide news. Everyone was talking about her, the best speaker that won the challenge in the UK, and the topic that you were talking about was Palestine. And 10 years after, and you're still talking about Palestine. Can you tell us more? Who is Leanne Mohamad?
Well, my journey started at the age of 16 when I won the Speak Out Challenge Redbridge Regional Final when I spoke about Palestine. But unfortunately, after winning this achievement, this happy moment was hijacked by online trolls who were out there to discredit me. And as you know, they bombarded my school Twitter. It had to be shut down. I became known as a 15-year-old Little Miss ISIS girl, and that went viral on the news. Embarrassingly, you can still see the Jack Petrie speech online today. And since then, you know, it's been an avalanche of abusive comments and threats, and this hasn't ended till today. But having experienced it at such a young age has given me the courage to continue, because in all their efforts to silence me, they only helped my voice reach much further and much wider in the fight for human rights. And as I said back then, my basic message was, Palestinians, my people, are human beings, and their plight is a stain on humanity. I said this when I was 16 years old, and I continue to say this today. Now, of course, with the genocide in Gaza, we've reached another level. We have to do more. And that's exactly why when the slaughter of the people of Gaza started 2 years ago, I vowed to myself that life would never be the same.
But you have big challenges. Today, you're running for the parliament. You started like, what is it, 2 years ago?
2024.
2024. Yeah, so around 2 years ago. And when you're talking about Palestine, very official, and you start with politics, it's a sensitive topic. You can lose many voices, and at the same time you get many voices as well. But comparing with other politicians, because we know not everyone is honest. Some people, they say what the listeners want to hear, not what they really believe. How was the challenge for you when you know that everyone know that Leanne Mohamad is here to do some change for Palestine, and of course also for the UK?
For me, the reason why I ran was Gaza. You know, Gaza changed the world, and Gaza brought us out of our slumber and made us realize the political system around us is broken. And at the same time, Gaza taught us that we as ordinary individuals have so much power that has not been tapped into before. And so when the slaughter of the people of Gaza began, I was like, life can never be the same again. Nothing can continue as normal. There is no status quo. It's been shattered. And so seeing everything, seeing the news, seeing the killings, seeing on our feeds every day, mass slaughters of our people, it made me want to do something. You know, we cannot sit and stand by whilst bombs drop on innocents. Bombs that were made at home where I live in the UK by munitions companies licensed by our British government. And so I realized that to stop this genocide, we have to make the politicians listen. And so in 2024, our Prime Minister Rishi Sunak called a snap general election. This gave me 6 weeks only to unseat a pro-Israel cabinet minister and prominent Labour politician whose name is Wes Streeting. And I stood as an independent candidate, meaning that I had no party machinery. I did not have his nationwide support. I did not have his money. No pollsters said that I would even come close. They saw me as just a 23-year-old, a Palestinian, young Palestinian, hijab-wearing Muslim woman, and they assumed that I couldn't win. They said I wasn't serious. They said I didn't belong. They said that I was a dreamer. And everybody thought that I would lose really badly,
Mm.
and especially many Muslims, which is quite surprising.
Sadly.
So nobody believed in me. Yet I promise we came within 1.1% of beating West Reading, and now they are panicking that they might even lose the next election.
But would you give up?
We'll have to wait and see.
Because I mean, that's the second time. The first time you get many voices, but you didn't reach the level you wanted. But like you said, it's only within 6 weeks.
So in the space of 6 weeks, I received 15,119 votes. And the Labour Party's West Reading, 15,647. So it was 528 votes difference, 1.1%. Qadarullah, it was super close. But in the process, I sent a message. We upset the two-party system. And we also showed our communities that we have the power to work together to punish those responsible for this genocide and to hold them accountable. And the overall lesson that we taught them during the last election is that good people will stand up to this corrupt political class. I always say that Gaza is a symbol. It's a very big symbol that has really changed the world in so many ways, in different fields, from politics to academia to law to media. It's exposed the world. And in politics especially, people are no longer just giving their votes away to those who don't listen to them, who do the opposite of what they want, who don't stand up for justice, who don't stand up for morality, and who don't stand up for human rights. And so the election gave them the opportunity to actually say, we have the power to vote you out, and we will come together to do that. And if anything, the election showed that this is possible, that hope is possible. When we come together, we can make change.
So not everyone know about politics, but a lot of people know about Palestine. A lot of people want to talk about Palestine. How can you encourage them? Like, what can you tell them? Because many people think, or they say, our voice don't reach out enough. When we talk, we talk with each other. We don't make any change. We have been talking about Palestine for almost 3 years now, and nothing have been changed. The genocide is still ongoing. What do you tell to these people, especially the young people that is trying to talk as much as they can through the social media?
There is huge power in social media. There is huge power in conversation. But this mindset is the mindset that they want us to have, so that we stop and that we lose hope and that we don't make change. And unfortunately, this mindset was still there during the campaign. It took a lot out of me, a lot of conversations, a lot of persuading to really show people that, no, we have the power, we have the numbers, we can do this. Of course, everyone looked at me like I was crazy. Like, what do you mean an independent? You have no party, no money, no, you're not the same as West Reading. You know, he is an MP. And he was our shadow health secretary. Now he's our current health secretary. They saw him on the TV every day. They saw me as just a young woman in the community who was actively supporting her people and who was standing up for human rights. But they believed in my cause, and they saw that I was passionate about this cause. They wanted to do the right thing. People who believed only about Palestine were willing to join my campaign because of Gaza. So Gaza brought people together. Gaza exposed us all. Gaza revealed the stark realities of life. Gaza showed the world the profound meaning of faith and resistance. And it woken us all to our broken politics. And what I realized through the campaign was, really, Gaza brought everyone together, not just Muslims. There were non-Muslims. There were people from all backgrounds, all races, so many different countries, all religions that I spoke with, people who voted for me, people who joined my campaign. That was the beauty of it, that we all came together for one cause, and that was Gaza. And that's why we tell people, don't lose hope. If we lose hope and if we aren't ready to sacrifice, nothing will change. People have to be ready to sacrifice. You have to be willing to try anything and everything for the sake of justice. If we sit back and we're just complacent, then we allow them to just get away with it. And that's something that we cannot stand for.
Do you feel that you reach out to the people in Gaza?
In Gaza,
yes.
100%. And subhanAllah, people from Gaza were actually messaging me, saying that they are so proud to see the efforts and were hoping for me to win. And many people in my campaign were envisioning that moment where, if I did win, what the reaction would be for the people of Gaza, knowing that a young British Palestinian would be advocating for them in Parliament. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but we are still going, and inshallah, we will do anything to make sure that their voices are heard, and we will continue in the cause of justice, no matter what. We don't need an election or Parliament to do that, and that's the main thing.
If you talk about Sweden, for example, we have elections end of this year in September. Many people don't know if they should vote or not, because they say our vote don't do any changes, especially when it's about Palestine. What do you say to these people? Because people are losing hope. They don't believe in politics anymore.
Believe me, there are so many people that messaged me after or reached out to me or I met after who regretted not voting, who had the same mindset and who said, if I knew it was going to be that close, wallahi, I would have voted. And they just didn't believe in me. But subhanAllah, if they had all voted and they thought, I don't know if she's going to win, but I'm going to do my part. You know, I don't know the outcome. The outcome is in the hands of Rabbna, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but I'm going to do my part and I'm just going to vote because my vote is important. Your vote matters. Everyone's voice is important. And this is how people will start listening to you. You can't complain without taking action first. And so people came up to me saying that they regretted not voting. It was a matter of 528 votes. But remember, he got 15,647. I got 15,119. It will be less than that for those who voted Labour. If they had voted me, then we only needed around 265 people to win the election. And so I look at that and I think everyone's vote is important. Carefully select your vote and don't just go with the lesser of two evils because there is nothing but evil.
If the people in Gaza are listening to us right now or see this podcast, hopefully, what do you tell them? What are we trying to do from here, from Europe or from the UK, to help them in any way? We talk. We're not fighting. We're not in the healthcare, for example. But how can we help them from here, from distance? And do you really think we are helping the people in Gaza?
I definitely don't think we're doing enough at all. And so the first thing to say to the people of Gaza is that we're sorry because none of us have done enough. And if there is anything that we should be doing right now is not stop talking about Gaza because right now the genocide is ongoing. There is no ceasefire. They want us to believe that there's a ceasefire so the efforts will stop. But every single one of us has a duty to continue speaking about Gaza because even before the genocide began, there was a siege on Gaza. The occupation is still there. Apartheid still exists. It doesn't just end at a ceasefire. A ceasefire does not mean Palestinian liberation. And that's what our aim is. And so I would say what we're trying to do is really hold those politicians and all those people complicit in the genocide in Gaza accountable. We have a duty to do that. I believe it's our responsibility. And I hope all the people in Europe, in the UK, all around the world will join me and join their efforts in their communities together to do that.
Do you believe in a soon free Palestine from the river to the sea?
Definitely. I believe that Palestine will be free. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And that when is nearer than it has ever been. So now is not the moment to stop. We all have to keep going. We have to continue with our efforts, continue boycotting, continue protesting, continue educating. We all have to continue all our efforts. We have to make sure they're in line with stopping this genocide.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I hope it goes well for you in the elections. And I'm pretty sure you do change.
Inshallah.
For the UK and for Palestine.
Together.
Thank you very much.